Hi, this is Sive Morten with the daily update on EuroFX. I post my exclusive market overviews with the key political and economical events, charts and important levels on the ForexPeaceArmy.com forums weekly. This short video is a response to rapidly changing situation on the currency markets and should help you to stay on top of the game and be profitable. I suggest you to visit ForexPeaceArmy.com forum and read my analysis for the week before watching this daily video.
Welcome everybody, let's take a look again on the cryptocurrencies as usual on Mondays. So last week we discussed, if you remember, possible upward continuation to the 1780, 1740 area. It's actually the conference resistance on a lower time frame in market. Also, as you can see, is forming the ABCD patch, and so OP we're standing right there, and it's actually is standing here. And we said that, well, this is interesting area to consider taking the short position. We will see what will happen around this level. So everything goes well, so we could consider taking the short position around it. So in the weekend we have considered after some other markets, gold market, forex market, in euro currency in particular, where we also have come to conclusion that probably market could keep going higher. And you can see that Bitcoin actually follows the same direction. So it is very interesting situation where market totally ignores recent Fed minutes and statements where it was rather hawkish and suggesting keeping rate on the high level and so on. So it means that, well, either market is not sure that Fed will do this, anticipating with possible easing starting in the second half of 2023, or Fed is just losing the confidence of the markets. It's just markets absolutely doesn't count on the performance of the Fed and making action on its own, so without any considering the Fed policy. So it's interesting what will happen, but currently the fact is that markets are across the board going higher, and Bitcoin is not an exception. So take a look that here market is now breaking as this trend line is actually flag consolidation as a conference resistance. It means that currently we are still sit on the hand and in terms of the bearish position and wait what will happen. So potentially there are two ways actually to consider for two scenarios. First of all, this market just could proceed higher to the 1758, 1760, which is a 618 resistance here, where we also could consider taking the short position. In fact, this will be the same, regardless cheaper to sell, but it will start just from the different level. It's one of the possible scenarios. Second scenario, market still could turn down right from here if we will see some really bearish patterns are forming on lower time frames. So on the 5-minute chart, on the 15-minute chart, market will fail to keep going high, drop back below the confluence, and start some significant downside action. So it means that market could turn down right from here. Taking a look at a bit larger scale, if indeed some bullish performance starts across the board and this performance might be a bit more extended, we're not excluding the chance that we could get actually something like, well, I would say big ABCD. This one, ABC, bottom, D patch, and it will go somewhere in an area of 1950. So it will be some kind of the weekly regardless equal to sell on the larger scale. But currently it's a bit too early to speak about it. Let's just first get everything from this performance, and besides, you can see market stands in same range. So speak about this larger ABCD, we could start if market indeed will start trying to go out of this consolidation. That's currently we're not seeing it. So that in two words what we could consider in the nearest few weeks on Bitcoin market. First, let's go with this one. On the 4-hour time frame chart, sorry, this is weekly chart by the way, it's the ABCD pattern that I'm talking about. So if we will start speaking about the nearest target, it's to the upside that I said 1760, let's take a look. We have actually the same ABCD pattern. That's OP. This market already has exceeded it, as you can see with this upper direction, but not really too far. It stands not too far from it. Trend stands bullish on all time frames, on a daily chart, on intraday charts. Next target is XOP, which creates also great agreement with the 1760. So we have 1760 XOP, this next target where market could go. And on the hourly chart, this is our previous analysis. That's what we were considering. This market has broken the confluence. Now it stands on the way to the upside. So what you could do, theoretically, you could consider taking the long position, but you have to be sure that here is no bearish patterns are forming. So you have to drop your time frame and control appearing of the bearish patterns. For instance, it might be hand and shoulders is something of that sort. So if we drop to hourly chart, it's even lower here. Currently we do not have something, but if market will start dropping, forming some bearish patterns, that will be the sign that probably this idea is not correct. At this point, it is valid, and you could consider taking some position on minor retracement on some pullback to one of the fib levels. Maybe, by the way, retesting of the 17 even area from the other side. It will be the level that you could consider, because when market usually breaks the confluence without any respect, it usually retests it later before upper continuation, and 1750 areas might be the one that you could consider for possible taking the long position. But be aware that market will not start forming here any bearish patterns. If it will happen, it would be better to close the position. For the bears, situation is opposite. So currently we do not have any background for taking the short position. Market has broken through the resistance and moved above the OP. So only if market will drop right back down, that might be the sign that it still stands inside of the daily range and still downside action could happen. If this will not happen, just do not take any short position. Wait when market will complete the next target around 1760. So that's actually all that we have currently on Bitcoin.